Hey guys, Dr. Ian here. Today I want to talk about some easy things you can do at your desk or at home to work on your ergonomics while you're working on a computer or if you're someone that has to sit a lot for work. So I want to keep it really easy for you. You don't have to get too complex or overcomplicate it. You don't need super expensive equipment, in my opinion. You just need to get certain things right to take some of the stress off key areas where we see problems with our desk workers. So I always like to go from the ground up and work from there. So usually you want to make sure that you fit yourself to your chair. For me, it's easy because I'm about 5'11" and it's an average height. And so I feel like a lot of desks and chairs are set up for people our height. But when I say fit yourself to your chair and start from the ground up, it sounds logical, but you want your feet flat on the floor. And some people can't reach the floor and reach their desk at the same time. If that is an issue, you need to put a box down there or some sort of footrest to where your feet are flat and firmly on the ground. So we want to start with our feet flat on the ground. As we move up to the knee, it should be at about a 90-degree angle. So we don't want our feet way back here for prolonged periods of times or way out here. It's better to keep your feet flat, 90-degree angle at the knee with 2 to 3 inches behind the knee from the front of the chair. So if this area of the back knee is jammed up against the chair and there's pressure there, that can cause some irritation. There's a lot of blood flow and nerves behind the knee, so you want to keep that space open. The next rule is you want to get your butt and your back slid to the back of the chair and don't leave a lot of space there. And then if we're going from the hips up, you want to make sure that your lumbar spine or your low back is in a neutral or relaxed position. A lot of times people, what happens is they get back there and there's not enough lumbar support in the chair itself. And so what you'll see is this rounding of the low back against the chair, and they'll sit like this. This may not look that bad from the side if you look at me here, but my low back is flexed. It's rounded. And if I do that for hours, that can cause some irritation to the low back, especially if we're doing it for months. So we want to see a more upright or curved forward position. And if your chair doesn't have enough lumbar support to do that, I think the easiest thing to do is just buy a mobile one. This is a McKenzie roll. It's like $20 on Amazon. It just slides around the back of your chair. It's big enough, but also soft enough. You'll see as I sit that right there, I'm now in a nice neutral position. My back is flat against there, and my lumbar spine is in a very neutral position that's healthy. And so we're starting again from the knee to the hip, and then we're moving up. We want to make sure that if we look at our shoulders next, they're in a relaxed position. So if your arm rests, put your shoulders up here, that's not going to be ideal because you're shrugging your shoulders. That's going to cause an increase in muscle tone of the traps and the base of your neck. And so you'll get really tight up here if you do that too much. You want to just let them relax and fall. So from there, if you just bend your elbows and let them fall in your lap, this is about where your keyboard should be. So it should be about this height. If your keyboard's up here, my shoulders again shrug, okay? So we don't want this shrugging. We want our shoulders down, and we want our keyboard at this level and our mouse ideally at this level as well. As we move towards the desk, that tray typically is here on a lot of desks. I don't do a lot of work on this computer or on this desk per se, so I'm not too worried about it. But if you're going to work a lot, you want to be working at about here with your mouse here. And then you just want to make sure that you're slid up close to your keyboard. So if my arms and hands land here, this is about where I want my keyboard, right here. I don't want to have to reach for them. As I reach, again, I'm going to shrug. So a lot of people are at the right height, but they reach a little bit, and that increases that tone around the shoulders, base of the neck, and can cause some issues. The last thing we want to look at is monitor height. And you want the top of your monitor at the level of your eyes. So that way you're not looking up or down for prolonged periods of time. So the top of the monitor, right level with your eyes, so that you're looking straight forward in a neutral position. When it's too high, or another common mistake is it's too far away. So we're here, but I can't see, so I'm doing this a lot. If we're constantly just doing this and our head's out in front of our shoulders, that can lead to problems too, because that really increases the pressure at the base of the neck and on those muscles. So again, keep your monitor close enough to where you can see it. Don't reach too much with your arms. Keep them relaxed. Don't shrug your shoulders. Have your lumbar, your low back supported, knees at 90 degrees, space between the knee and the chair, feet flat on the floor. If you can achieve these things, typically you'll keep your body in a more relaxed position, and you'll be less prone to a lot of the problems that our desk workers face in terms of muscle tension or pain. And again, it seems very easy, seems very logical, but put it into practice and try it. A lot of times people just don't realize the little things they're doing for hours on end every single day that are causing a lot of the symptoms that they come in to us for. So there you have it. Easy little ergonomic setup. Give it a shot. I'll talk to you guys soon. Hope it helps.